Okay, get those corkscrews ready. Today's deep dive is all about Syrah,
Ooh,
or as some folks down under call it, Shiraz.
okay.
We're going beyond just tasting notes. You've given us a whole caseload of info to unpack here.
It seems you're ready to uncork the secrets of this grape's journey through history and terroir, and maybe even a few delicious pairings along the way.
You know me, always up for a good flavor adventure. But
Okay.
first, let's talk origins.
Okay.
We've got this whole ancient Persian grape mystery, right?
It's a puzzle that's captivated wine lovers for centuries.
Really?
While DNA evidence points to France's Rhone Valley as Syrah's most likely birthplace,
Hmm.
there's this lingering connection to Shiraz, a city in ancient Persia.
Wow.
It's like Syrah has this passport full of stamps, maybe even a layover in Egypt along the way.
A grape with frequent flyer miles. I love it. And hold on, before we get too lost in Syrah's travelogue, let's clear up this whole Shiraz thing.
Sure.
Same grape, different name. What's the deal?
Think of it this way. Syrah and Shiraz are like siblings raised in different households.
Okay.
They share the same DNA, but develop unique personalities based on where they're grown and how they're treated.
Interesting.
Syrah usually means you're getting those elegant, earthy wines from France's Rhone Valley, while Shiraz often signals a bolder, more fruit-forward style, like those from Australia.
Okay, so it's a subtle code on the label giving you a sneak peek into the wine style.
Exactly.
But enough about what we call it.
Sure.
Let's talk about what's in the glass.
Yeah.
For someone who's never had a Syrah or Shiraz,
Right.
how would you describe that first sip?
Imagine biting into a perfectly ripe blackberry.
Okay.
Its juice staining your lips, and then suddenly you get this waft of black pepper and maybe even a hint of cinnamon.
Ooh.
That's the magic of Syrah.
Yes. The peppery spice is what always gets me. It's so distinctive.
Exactly. It's what makes Syrah such a standout grape.
Right.
And those vibrant fruit and spice notes, they're just the beginning.
Okay.
As Syrah ages, it evolves. Think leather, tobacco, even a hint of forest floor complex flavors that unfold like chapters in a captivating novel.
Now that's an image. You're making me want to build a reading nook in my wine cellar.
Uh-huh.
But before I start stacking those dusty tomes, let's talk terroir.
Okay.
How does where this grape is grown actually affect the taste?
Terroir is like Syrah's accent. It reflects the unique combination of soil, climate, and even the winemaker's touch.
I see.
Take, for example, the mines of Hermitage,
Okay.
a renowned appellation in the northern Rhone.
Right.
Picture steep granite slopes, sun-drenched vines.
Wow.
They yield powerful, age-worthy wines with intense structure.
Intense.
Now, contrast that with Côte-Rôtie, another northern Rhone star.
Okay.
The vineyards there are planted on steep slopes too, but the soil is different, more decomposed granite and schist.
Interesting.
And they often incorporate a splash of the white grape Viognier in the blend.
Huh.
The result? Wines that are still elegant and complex, but with a more perfumed aromatic profile.
So it's like Syrah is this incredible actor taking on different roles depending on the stage it's given.
That's a great way to put it.
And we're talking a global stage here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you mentioned Australia, but our research also mentions places like Chile, South Africa, even Brazil.
It's true. Syrah has this incredible ability to adapt and thrive in diverse terroirs.
Wow.
While France and Australia might be the biggest names in Syrah, don't underestimate the exciting things happening in these emerging regions.
It's like a global Syrah party and everyone's invited. But with so many different expressions of this grape, where do you even begin? Are there any superstar producers we should have on our radar?
Oh, absolutely. For a taste of classic Syrah, the Rhone Valley is a must.
Okay.
Look for legendary names like Jean-Louis Chauve, Domaine Guigal, and Paul Jaboulet-Aîné.
Okay.
These producers have helped shape the very soul of Syrah.
Those names definitely sound iconic. I'm taking notes.
Now, if you're craving those big, bold Shiraz flavors, Australia's got you covered. Penfolds, with its iconic grain Shiraz, and Henschke, known for the legendary Hill of Grace, are true pioneers.
Whoa.
They've proven that Australian Shiraz can stand shoulder to shoulder with the best in the world.
It's amazing how Syrah has taken root in such different corners of the world. But it's not just about where it's grown, right? I'm guessing there are different styles of Syrah too. You're reading my mind. We've got these iconic regions, legendary producers, but Within the world of Syrah, there must be even more to explore, right?
Absolutely. Think of it like Syrah is a versatile actor who can play any role.
Okay.
You've got your classic age-worthy expressions from the Rhone Valley, the fruit-forward, powerful Shiraz from Australia. But even within those styles, there's a spectrum of choices.
Okay. So what are some of the factors that might influence a winemaker's Syrah style?
One big factor is oak aging.
Oak aging.
Think of oak barrels, like adding spices to a dish.
Oh.
A touch of oak can add subtle notes of vanilla, cedar, or even a hint of smokiness. But go overboard, and you risk overwhelming those beautiful fruit and spice characteristics that make Syrah so special.
So it's all about balance, finding that perfect harmony between the grape, the oak, and the winemaker's vision.
Precisely. And speaking of balance, have you ever tried a GSM blend?
I've seen those letters on wine lists before, but I'll admit I'm not entirely sure what they stand for.
GSM stands for Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre.
Okay.
3 grapes that, when blended together, create something truly special.
Wow.
Think of it like a 3-part harmony, each grape lending its strengths to the final blend.
Yeah.
Grenache brings the warmth and fruitiness, Syrah adds that peppery spice and structure, and Mourvèdre rounds it all out with earthy complexity and aging potential.
Okay, now that's a wine adventure. I need to embark on a GSM expedition. But before we get too sidetracked by blends, let's talk food pairings.
Oh, sure.
I mean, we've covered a lot of ground here, from those juicy blackberry notes to hints of leather and spice. What on earth do you pair with all that complexity?
Syrah is like that friend who's welcome at any party.
Oh.
It's incredibly food-friendly. But it's not just about pairing red wine with red meat.
Right.
Although, of course, that classic pairing definitely works.
Okay, so we're thinking outside the steakhouse menu then? I'm intrigued.
Let's start with those peppery notes that make Syrah so distinctive.
Okay.
Those peppery notes love anything with a bit of char or spice.
Right.
Think grilled lamb chops with a sprinkle of rosemary.
Yeah.
Or maybe a juicy burger topped with smoky Gouda and a swipe of chipotle mayo.
Oh, now you're speaking my language. I can already taste those flavors coming together, the char, the spice, the richness of the wine.
Exactly. And don't forget about those earthy, savory notes that develop as Syrah ages.
Okay.
Those pair beautifully with dishes like mushroom risotto, roasted root vegetables, or even a lentil stew with a dollop of creamy goat cheese.
You know, for a grape with such a bold personality, Syrah sure does know how to play well with others.
It really does.
But like any good dinner party guest, I imagine Syrah also comes with its own set of needs and concerns, especially when we consider the future of winemaking.
Yeah, it's been fascinating exploring all the different sides of Syrah, the history, the flavors, the food pairings.
Right.
But what does the future hold for this global explorer of a grape?
That's a question many winemakers are grappling with, especially as we face the realities of climate change.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In what way?
Syrah, with its love of sunshine and warmth, is particularly susceptible to changes in temperature and rainfall.
Oh, so how are winemakers adapting to ensure those delicious Syrah flavors we love so much will be around for generations to come?
It's a multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
Some are heading for the hills, literally.
Literally?
Yeah.
Wow.
Higher altitude vineyards offer cooler temperatures and provide some buffer against rising mercury.
I see.
Others are experimenting with different loans of Syrah, searching for those that can better withstand drought conditions or ripen more slowly in warmer temperatures. It's like a quest to discover the Syrah superheroes of the future, the ones with the resilience to thrive in a changing world.
Exactly. And it's not just about adapting to the environment. It's about working in harmony with it.
Okay.
There's a growing movement towards organic and biodynamic viticulture,
Right.
practices that prioritize soil health, biodiversity, and minimal intervention in the vineyard.
So it's about listening to the land, understanding its rhythms, and working with nature, not against it.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that great wine is born from healthy vineyards, and healthy vineyards are those in balance with their surroundings.
It's amazing how much there is to learn about a single grape. We've traveled through history, across continents, and even peered into the future of winemaking, all through the lens of Syrah.
It really is fascinating.
If you had to leave our listeners with one piece of advice, one Syrah takeaway, what would it be?
I'd encourage everyone to approach Syrah with a sense of curiosity and adventure.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone, try new producers, explore different regions. You never know when you'll uncover your next favorite bottle.
That's some sage advice. I know I've certainly expanded my Syrah horizons today.
Me too.
So to all our listeners out there, get ready to uncork your own Syrah adventure. You never know what delicious discoveries await. And who knows, maybe Syrah will become your new favorite grape too. Until next time, happy sipping.